The name of the award was named after General Vice President George Kratzer. George embodied everything the General Executive Council aspired to improve our local unions. And unfortunately, he passed away while in office. And we thought of no better way to honor his memory is to recognize the locals that would demonstrate their ability to best represent the members.
3 years ago, when we lost George, we lost a great ironworker. Starting in 1970 as an apprentice at Local 290 in Dayton, Ohio, he walked the iron for many years. He became business agent for his local in 1984. He was appointed general organizer in 2000, and he was elected as general vice president at the 2001, 2006, and 2011 conventions. George was front and center in moving our union forward, improving the lives of our members. He bolstered our organizing efforts, strengthened impact, and solved all our problems before him with innovation and professionalism. Above all, his word was his bond, and he always had our backs. In honor of George, as a tribute to his memory, we have renamed our Golden Eagle Award the George E. Kratzer Acknowledgement of Excellence. Go ahead. The George E. Kratzer Acknowledgement of Excellence recognizes effort and progress and success of local unions in adopting the key performance indicators: apprenticeship and training, organizing, political action, and local union operations. George excelled in all these areas with his work in the union and the international, and having his name on the award should mean the world to every recipient.
We can answer just about any question that you may have on behalf of your membership, individually from yourself, from your local.
In accordance with our Constitution, every newly elected officer we require them to come to new officer training. This week we have 36 newly elected officers that are here at the Maritime Center, and we bring them into headquarters. They're here to go over every program, every department that the International has, and we're tying it in with all the KPIs.
So the KPI has evolved over the years since 2007 when we started the program. The key performance indicator was a model that most businesses had implemented, and it was a way of measuring not only who you were auditing under the program, but also your management staff. We've learned a lot along the way, and the program has really been refined to a point where we think that we've got programs that are actually teaching the skills to the leaders that they need in the challenges that we face today. We all got together, we used our labor management group, Impact, and we started designing it as a group. We met for almost 2 years on this project, and we came up with our 4 pillars, our cornerstones of what we want to tell everybody what the ironworker's about. We're talking about our organizing, we're talking about apprenticeship, union administration, and politics. And now that's what we measure the KPIs on, and about how each one of them ties into the other. And if you're organizing but you don't have good public perception, that the odds of you being successful organizing isn't going to work, nor the organizing isn't going to work if the apprenticeship program isn't on board with taking people into their program, slotting them in for skills, looking at their competency. And then the apprenticeship is going to fail if the local union isn't going to eventually make these people members of the local union, or don't have the capability and the staff to take care of the other parts like the politics and the organizing and the apprenticeship. So they all have to work together. Now that is what we feel like the KPIs today are going to move us forward into the future.
It says that local is performing at the highest expectation of them. They're prepared to do anything that that contractor asks them to do. Their apprenticeship, they've got all their apprentices, their journeymen with all the skills, all the training they need, all the certifications. The local union, they understand how to run the day-to-day activity, the treasury and all. It says a lot. I mean, when a contractor comes to town and they can see a local that's won the Golden Eagle Award, the George Kratzer Award, you know, that means a lot. You know they've been through all the training and they're running a good program there.
When a business manager, an agent, district council president are running their locals and their district councils, we have to give them better tools on how to effectively manage and operate a local union and a district council. So It's a tough job being a business manager. And it has evolved where we have to be involved politically. We have to be involved with organizing. We're not going to grow our market share and our manpower simply by apprenticeship programs alone. So politically, we have to have ways to organize the open shop member. And our training department, our training is critical. We hold our hat on. We are probably one of the most highly skilled trades out there. And we have a crackerjack training department. So the KPIs are going to give all these local business managers more tools so they can be successful. They're successful, we're successful. There's no expectation right now that in the very near future anybody's going to get the George Kratzer Award, because what we did was we recognized individual locals for organizing, training, political or local union operations. So they got one recognition. To get the George Kratzer Award, you're going to have to hit that in all four. We're going to assist our locals. I'm excited about these KPIs, and I know that we can help our locals get to that point where we're going to be throwing out those George Kratzer Awards, because everybody's going to fall in line. We have a bunch of great district council presidents that are assisting our business managers and locals and helping them out with their KPIs. We have the impact team that's going to be hitting the road with business plans to assist the business managers that are out there in reaching and attaining these KPIs.
Well, what we're hoping that they come out of here with is the knowledge that helps them understand what we're looking at in terms of how we measure those key performance indicators, right? And so that they realize what it is that they need to go back to. And some places they're doing really well, and we're looking for them to share with us their best practices. Other places are not doing so well, and hopefully they realize who they can reach out to then within the departments here to get that help so that they can get themselves up.
The apprenticeship and training department is one of the most important functions of our organization. We're developing new members to carry on our traditions, to have members trained safely and doing the jobs our employers ask for them. It's important that the training centers receive the highest score because they have to have the Ironworker Apprenticeship Certification Program. It's not an easy step, but we expect all our training programs to have the same training program across the country. So when ironworkers go from one area to the next, from let's say Portland, Oregon to Tampa, Florida, the contractors know that the ironworkers are getting the same training and able to perform the work.
Referring to the KPI, there's two parts for organizing. One is that you have an organizer, and we can assist with that. We can help in the selection and training process so you get the best candidate and that they're trained properly to assist your local in the most efficient way possible. And then the second part is that you have a strategic organizing plan for your local union. And part of the way we can assist in that is conducting a survey to help you learn your jurisdiction better. It's so hard to understand what's going on when you have limited resources, and the organizing department can bring resources in a way of manpower and research. And part of that is to determine who your competitors are, how many available workers are in the area for expanding your work, getting to know the community a little bit better, and various political relationships that can aid you.
You work over the years to build up a successful political program. It is going to pay off in more jobs for members.
Politics is a gold mine of work. When you're talking about transportation, infrastructure, energy, manufacturing, and from bridges to skyscrapers, government has a role in building all of that. And our ability to effectively use politics as a union, that's the difference between union iron workers getting on that job or not. Politics is also a battlefield. It's a place where we defend our right to have a union and also to come home safe every day from the job. So it's not a ground that we can ever cede. We want to see a local union engage aggressively in elections and also in the legislative process, locally and on the state level. We want to see officers who are leading by example and political coordinators who are trained and equipped with the right tools to do the job right. We want to see locals that are investing properly in getting out the vote, funding the political program, and doing the right kind of membership education to make sure folks understand the issues that are important to them.
As much as you learn and can lean on the people that spoke to you this week, you'll lean on each other just as much. Don't forget that you need to rely on each other and that the members entrusted you with something that's really important. And that's the future of their opportunity.
Ironworkers!